Welcome to Locked and Loaded Sports. It's time to lock in, load up, and win big. If you're serious about sports and love cashing in on solid picks, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's get to work. Every week, we will be focusing on under-the-radar DFS options who offer strong production for their price. From smart roster construction tips to our final pick, which will be an ultimate boom or bust tournament play, this breakdown should get you ready to build winning lineups. After a rocky week 2, Caleb Williams is flying under the radar heading into week 3. And that's exactly why he's a sharp tournament target. At just $5,600 on DraftKings, Williams brings dual threat upside, plus a favorable game script, and a beatable opponent in a Dallas defense that's not nearly as intimidating as it used to be. In week 2's loss to Detroit, Williams completed 19 of 30 passes for 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, while adding 27 rushing yards on 5 carries. Not perfect, but still solid production considering the circumstances. In week 1, he delivered a fantasy-friendly 210 passing yards, 1 passing TD, 1 rushing TD, and 58 yards on the ground. He's averaging over 23 DraftKings points per game through 2 weeks, and now he's priced under $5.6 thousand. This week, Williams returns home to Soldier Field to face a Cowboys defense that was just lit up by Russell Wilson and the Giants, surrendering multiple chunk plays and over 400 total yards. Dallas may still have a reputation as a defensive powerhouse, but this unit has been leaky, especially against mobile quarterbacks who can extend plays and challenge them vertically. Expect the Bears to play from behind, forcing Williams into a high-volume passing script. Exactly what you want from a GPP QB with rushing upside. He's capable of breaking the slate at this price, especially if he finds the end zone on the ground. We are getting locked and loaded with Caleb Williams. Our next player to discuss is a high upside, mid-price running back to anchor your week 3 DraftKings lineups. And Jordan Mason at $5,400 offers the perfect blend of value, opportunity, and matchup. With Aaron Jones nursing a hamstring injury, Mason is in line to handle a significant workload, possibly even a lead-back role, in a run-friendly offense. He's shown he can produce when given touches, and this week he draws a juicy matchup against the Bengals defense that just gave up over 130 rushing yards to the Vikings at home. At just $5,400, Mason gives you roster flexibility without sacrificing ceiling. He has a real shot at 80-plus yards and a touchdown with added value if he's involved in the passing game. If Jones is out or limited, Mason becomes a strong tournament play, someone who could easily outperform his salary and help you fit in high-price studs elsewhere. Mid-tier price, RB1 potential, plus a leaky Bengals run D. We are getting locked and loaded with Jordan Mason. We hope you're enjoying this content. Don't forget to subscribe. We are headed to Duval, where after a slow start to the 2025 season, Nico Collins is primed for a breakout performance in week 3, and savvy fantasy managers should take notice. Despite logging just 3 receptions on 9 targets for 52 yards and a touchdown in Houston's narrow week 2 loss to Tampa Bay, Collins' underlying usage paints a much more optimistic picture. The 9 targets and 29-yard chunk play signal that he's still a focal point in C.J. Stroud's passing attack, even if the box score hasn't fully reflected it yet. This week, Collins draws a tasty matchup against the Jaguars secondary that just gave up 471 passing yards to the Bengals. If Jacksonville had no answers for Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, they're going to struggle to contain a similarly built receiver in Collins, a big-bodied, physical deep threat with serious yak ability. Game script also favors a pass-heavy approach. With Houston expected to be in a back-and-forth contest or trailing on the road, Stroud will likely be airing it out, and Collins is still his most trusted outside weapon. DFS players may balk at Collins' $7,300 price tag on DraftKings, but that only adds to his appeal in tournaments. Low ownership, elite matchup, and clear red zone upside, this is the week Collins rewards those who kept the faith. We are getting locked and loaded with Nico Collins. This pick might seem like deja vu, but we told you last week to fire up Juwan Johnson, and he delivered. The Saints tight end turned 9 targets into 5 receptions, 49 yards, and a touchdown, easily smashing value. Now heading into week 3, he's still just $3,900 on DraftKings, and we're going right back to the well. At this price, Johnson offers one of the best combinations of volume, red zone usage, and game environment on the slate. He's quickly become a favorite target of QB Spencer Rattler, and new head coach Kellen Moore is actively scheming plays to get him involved. Through 2 weeks, Johnson has earned 16 targets, rare usage for a tight end under 4K. This week's matchup in Seattle is another sneaky good spot. The Seahawks have long struggled to defend athletic tight ends. We expect Rattler to continue leaning on Johnson, especially in key third down and red zone situations. At just $3,900, Johnson gives you touchdown upside, stable volume, and access to a growing offensive connection, all while freeing up salary for high-priced studs. We are running it back and getting locked and loaded with Juwan Johnson in week 3. Just a friendly reminder to hit the like button. As we mentioned in the beginning of our video, we are going to focus our last recommendation on a super value play that could boom or bust, but will ultimately give you major flexibility when it comes to roster construction on DraftKings. This week, our boom or bust player will be in Los Angeles playing against the Chargers and wide receiver Troy Franklin of the Denver Broncos is shaping up to be a classic boom or bust fantasy option heading into week 3 on the road against the Chargers. And that volatility is exactly why savvy DFS players should consider him. Through 2 weeks with the Broncos, Franklin has shown flashes of big playability and reliable chemistry with QB Bo Nix, his former teammate at Oregon. He's totaled 12 receptions for 133 yards and 1 touchdown, including a decent week 1 4 catches, 44 yards, and a breakout week 2 8 catches, 89 yards with a TD. At just $4,000 on DraftKings, Franklin offers excellent salary relief, giving you more flexibility to pay up elsewhere in your lineup. While he isn't a guaranteed volume monster, his connection with Nix and role in Denver's passing game give him a high ceiling, especially against the Chargers defense that will have to zero in on Cortland Sutton and former Charger running back J.K. Dobbins. Franklin will be out there running routes looking to make a big splash play. Franklin could easily deliver strong fantasy value and be the key to unlocking your lineup's potential. We are getting locked and loaded with Troy Franklin. That wraps up another breakdown here on Locked and Loaded Sports. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest sports analysis and betting insights. More picks, more locks, and more action is coming your way. That's all for now. Stay sharp, stay ready, and get locked and loaded.